Hey, hey. We live, we live, we live. I don't know how fast the camera's moving, so I'm not going to move around too fast. But tonight, we got to get a couple things right. Now, I'm sure you heard they say, what's the word? Andrea Kelly. A. Kelly, one of the Kellys. Andrea Kelly, R. Kelly's ex-wife. R. Kelly's ex-wife is going to be on reality TV, Growing Up Hip Hop. R. Kelly's ex-wife, Growing Up Hip Hop. And I just said tonight, usually I bring all the facts and the lectures and all that. Fly Nubian Queens, Fly Nubian King, TV.com. Make sure you log on, get your business right. FlyNubianBusiness.com, get your money right. FlyNubianMoney.com. Feels like my camera's moving slower than my mouth. But it don't matter because we're going to talk that talk. And one way or another, we're going to get it out. If you haven't been typing, tonight is the night you want to type. Tonight is the night you want to type because I need to know. Usually I call, I get on here with a lot of information. I'm Aaron Smith, the rapping professor. Salute to Boyce Watkins, all the melanated women like the Fly Nubian Queen Nation. Shouts out to the Fly Nubian King TV growing network. Listen, shouts out, right? Listen, because I need to know, what do y'all think? Is this a case of somebody making the best of their situation? Or is this the case of somebody plotting on another bag? Because, there's a situation right now where we can't even talk about gold diggers. We act like gold diggers don't exist. There was a song I remember that went, you got to have a J-O-B if you want to be with me. I remember songs like The Vapors. There was a rapper named Biz Markie, and I think the song was written actually by Big Daddy Kane, but that's just a separate hip hop fact. But the song was called The Vapors. And one of the lines in The Vapors, it says, since he wasn't no type of big drug dealer, my man DJ Swan didn't appeal to her, right? Later on, that same sample, part of that sample was used by Edo G, and from Edo G and the Bulldogs. You might know from I Got to Have It, Be a Father to Your Child. But in one song, when he was talking about you got to have money to make it with the ladies in the 90s, he said he used that hook and that little sample, since he wasn't no type of big drug dealer. Since he, are we supposed to abandon everything we've ever known? Like when Chris Rock says that a woman's goal is security and a man's goal in life is a woman? Are we supposed to act like, the money makes no difference? Because y'all got to talk to me tonight. I ain't going through a bunch of slides with this. And we need to have a consultation. This is a meeting of the minds tonight. Andrea Kelly, gold digger or golden opportunity? Y'all just could type GD or GO. GD or GO. Y'all type it in and let me know. Because I'm confused. Somebody was saying, when they watched the documentary, she was in the house, but she didn't know what was going on. She sounded like Sandusky wife. Somebody said both. Okay, that's what I'm talking about, Gina. I like nuance and delineation. Because I'm a both GD and crazy. Okay, Marsha. Okay. See, now I like you to expound on that, Gina, because I was thinking something similar. I'm thinking it could be that she's a bag chasing something. But she also might have been like, hey, they called me up. What you want me to do? He ain't got the child support. I got to feed my kids, right? Ain't that what Biggie Small said? Oh, this for old people. They called the cops on me. Well, I was just trying to make some money to feed my daughter. All my things in the struggle. And all R. Kelly's exes now in the struggle. It's not good, baby. No, but so, okay. This the point. Don't nobody want, that's right. Nobody want nobody broke. Hey, who you telling? Lion CTV, who you telling? No, nobody want, baby. Well, you shouldn't say nobody. You should say no woman. Because a man will go up into McDonald's and look at the girl by the fries. And if a uniform is fitting right, he can watch her get fired and still ask her out. So I don't know if nobody, right? I don't know, Men been known to date down if it's cute enough, you know. I mean, some women too. I know. But men, I think disproportionately, they have clearly had a shovel in her shoe. Woo! I mean, Johnson. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't want it to be the case where all those tears were like just crocodile tears. Because if you saw the videos of her in the car singing R. Kelly songs, talking about that's my baby daddy, and even the fact she's still calling herself Kelly. Like, would anybody in this chat room right now still be calling themselves Kelly? Would y'all have seen the video? And I would say you call me anything but. You call me anything but some Kelly. Yeah, see, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's a woman's mantra. I agree with you there. A woman's mantra. That's right. And I got a daughter. I tell her the same thing. I ain't hating on people who try to do what they got to do to make it. You know, Andrea Kelly, gold digger or golden opportunity or both, right? A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Fly Nubian Queens, we going to talk that talk tonight. FlyNubianKingTV.com. Make sure you log on, text Queens to 31996. Stay in the mix. Like, subscribe, share, do that right there. Yeah. And make sure if you want to get your shopping popping, shop FNQ.com. Because this is a deeper question that we need to address. Because, you know, the Me Too movement made it so you can't criticize anybody making allegations. We done took it so far that you got black women believing Wade Robinson over 10 years of FBI investigations. I had to pause on that. I've talked to people who believe this documentary more than they believe 10 years and 3 trials with FBI. Where they do that at? Ain't the feds a conviction rate like 90%? What's the feds conviction rate? But they was trying, and you know what kind of promotion you get when you get a high profile person that you take down? Do you know when you take down a high profile person, those DAs, those heads of those teams, those units, they all, it's like David and Goliath, right? We got Michael Jackson. We took Michael Jackson down. Trust me, I'm in PA. And I know how that whole Bill Cosby thing, that was a career booster for a few people now. So I know they wasn't trying to let Michael Jackson off. That means somebody said 99.9%. And Mike, they did a 10-year investigation, found nothing. They was in the ranch with black lights. And the boy was like, yeah, he had sex every night. And Macaulay Culkin said he never touched me. Corey Feldman said he never touched me. You see how he was around? I'll leave it alone. I'm not trying to get the mic. We're talking about Andrea Kelly. I'm just saying, what are we basing this on? Because is there such thing as a gold digger anymore? And if so, can we call it out in this age of Me Too? Are we allowed to say, nah, your story don't add up? Because, you know, everybody, you victim blaming. You can't say that. Can we look at somebody's story like we did with Jussie? I will not be calling myself no Kelly. Thank you, Marlo. At least, right? Even if you believe everything she's saying, if you was her friend, wouldn't you be like, can I talk to you? You know what I'm saying? Can I talk? Can we get a rap? Like Martin Lawrence said, right? Like, can we talk for a minute? Like Miss Kelly. Like, why? Just why? You're trapped in his last name. You're trapped in his last name. No, see, she was in the video. Y'all need to watch the video of her in the truck with a new baby daddy talking about her old baby daddy singing R. Kelly songs. And I was thinking, what kind of new baby daddy will be hanging around you and not be like, can we go get that paperwork done where you get your name back? Like, could I not be dating Andrea Kelly? Like, can we, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, people keep last names to keep status. I'm with you, Dave. I'm with you. Because somebody last name Obama, they're going to be like, well, it ain't work out, but the dude gonna get married to one of his daughters and still he'd be like, I'll change my name. You keep yours. We'll both be Obamas. He's gonna be part of the legacy. So this is my question. With George Zimmerman, you remember when George Zimmerman had a lot of support, but then he started choking up all the white women, pulling out shotguns on the families, cussing people out on the road raging tip. And now there's a lot of white people that's like, oh, maybe we shouldn't have gave George Zimmerman $300,000, right? Are there people who are looking differently at the situation? You know, because after Wade Robinson sells his story and got his book coming out, some of y'all gonna be like, I think that boy lying. But it's gonna be too late. The ghost of Michael Jackson will have been incarcerated. I ain't afraid of no ghosts. They shooting ectoplasm at Michael Jackson. The Ghostbusters, the green slime. Like they try to get dead black people. No, but seriously. When Andrea Kelly I know what it's gonna be. When Andrea Kelly puts out her first song, because Cardi B got everybody thinking that every reality show star could be the next, big thing and take down the biggest icon in whatever genre she get into. So when Andrea Kelly puts her song, who are you gonna call, right? Or what's the other one from part 2? When Bobby Brown was doing the rip, and I guess we're gonna have to take control. Gotta take control. Shout out to my boys. It's not legal. That was Bobby Brown. When Andrea Kelly's song comes out, then y'all gonna be like, wait a minute, I think we've been had. I think she could cry on command. I think she knew what was going on because everybody saw the tape. Yeah, that's what my favorite song is, Bobby. You saw in the movie, the Bobby Brown movie, though, they said the other boy wrote it while he was in this trailer with the groupies. I don't know if that's true. I just go by the movies, because since we trust in documentaries and biopics, maybe I should just say. Since when do we trust documentaries 10 years after somebody died more than we trust actual FBI investigation evidence and testimony under oath? So I guess Andrea Kelly saw what was going on with the movement. She said, oh, they're not going to question me. Because 10 years ago, they would have been like, come on now, you was there for that long, you ain't seen nothing? Come on now, that tape was at the swap meet. You ain't, come on now, why you still call yourself Kelly? Come on now, you on reality TV after all that? Come on now. Why didn't you take the 60,000? He owed you 160. If you really was about your kids, you should have stepped in there. You should have been in that courtroom and be like, I'll take the 60,000. This ain't about him. This ain't about y'all trying to punish him. This is about my kids. Y'all do what y'all want with him later. I just want the other 100. But don't, if he gonna give us the 60, we want this. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. But in this era, you could have all the inconsistencies. Wade Robinson told a totally different story for 20 plus years, since 1993. He wrote a whole eulogy about the man, saying he was one of the best human beings that he ever met, and convinced him of the goodness of the human spirit, something to that effect. Like what? What? Who? This is when you was 22, bruh. Then you didn't get the job with the Cirque du Soleil, and all of a sudden, book coming out, everybody touching all over you every single time you see him. Now, 10 years ago, the whole world would have been like, bruh, get out of here, man. The whole world. 1985? Oh, no. Ask any woman who's really been through something how victim blaming was on fleek in the 80s. You ain't even want to go to trial because they would retry you for getting abused. It ain't that different now, but man, 80s and early 90s, you ain't even want to tell on nobody, let alone a celebrity that was making millions, if not billions of dollars. But in this day and time, you can come, see, I told y'all Bill Cosby opened that Pandora's box. Bill Cosby made it so we could unseal sealed documents and we could try cases with no evidence. That's what they said. Wait, we don't need no evidence? We don't need no evidence? Not every other time thing. We got to have something. Monica Lewinsky, blue dress. We need something, right? We need something now. Man, that's what they said that Hillary Clinton campaign, they bashed that computer. Remember they said they took a hammer to the hard drive? Y'all ain't know that? Y'all can just Google that. Hillary Clinton, hammer, hard drive. They said they destroyed computers. Because they was like, y'all ain't getting these emails, right? Because they know there was something that used to be called, for all young people out there, if you're under 25 and you grew up in Me Too, there was something that used to be called a smoking gun. And if you haven't been to law school or haven't heard of anybody talking about the law and only watched reality TV, there's something called the rules of evidence. Rules of evidence. And it says, let the evidence show. That's what they argue in the court of law, the evidence, right? Not like, I'm saying this what I feel as though. Like that was never the standard ever in human history, unless we talk about lynch mobs and Emmett Till and, spectacle lynchings like Claude Neal. In those instances, yes, a white woman would be like, oh, he bumped me in the elevator, burned down Tulsa, Oklahoma, Black Wall Street is no more, somebody brushed my nipple, right? Back in the day, in the ignorant as day, that was not based on any constitutional rights or human rights or rights to face your accuser or right to due process or innocent to prove. In those moments, we were the worst of ourselves. When I say the worst of ourselves, I mean racist white people, but we were the worst of ourselves as a nation. So we are returning to the worst of ourselves, where somebody, as a matter of fact, Remember that movie John Tucker Must Die? With Ashanti and the white girls in it when they just conspired to, because the boy was a player and they just want to teach him a lesson. So since he was a player, not like 9 to 5 with Dolly Parton. The references is crazy tonight, right? Bang, 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 every decade, every generation, right? Not like 9 to 5 with Dolly Parton, because that was a boss harassing the workers. I didn't know if they should have hog-tied him and hung him up like a chandelier. A different story if you saw the movie. Anybody see the movie 9 to 5, Dolly Parton? Some of y'all old enough. But the point I'm making is John Tucker Must Die. There was a real story like that where 3 girls or 4 girls in high school all lied and said that this white boy had raped them. All white chicks said the boy raped them. The boy was a wannabe player. He was dogging these girls out. He was acting like he liked them to get stuff from them. You know how men do. I ain't defending this brother, but he was not raping or sexually assaulting them. He was just, quote unquote, dogging them. They decided to conspire. This dude got locked up and everything, not until they found some text messages talking about we're going to F his life up and he's going to get what he deserved. Then they said, oh, shoot, 3 people collide. People say, but they all told the same story. Yeah, because they sat in the same room when they decided what the story was going to be. How stupid is you? FlyNubianQueens.com, FlyNubianKingTV.com. Make sure you log on. Text Queens to 31996 to stay in the mix. Text, like, subscribe, share right now. Do that there. And if you want to get your shopping popping, shop FNQ.com. Salute to Boyce Watkins. Salute to Vicky Dillon. Salute to all the people on Fly Nubian Queens and Fly Nubian King TV. But I really want to know, is Andrea Kelly a gold digger, or is she just playing her cards right, finessing it because she has a golden opportunity? Right? What's the story of the Queen Vicky say? Talk black to me. Talk bag to me. That's what we say tonight. We're talking about gold diggers. Talk bag to me. Talk gold digger who found a gold. Oh, I thought you said golden shower. Gold digger who found a golden opportunity. No filter, no pun intended. Open Heart 147. Yeah, because already, can we talk about this? At what point are you an accessory to pedophilia if you believe the documentary? How about that? Because this ain't about whether you believe it isn't guilty. If you believe R. Kelly is guilty of sin, I want you to type in, how many people do you think should be locked up? Because I was watching a documentary and I stopped counting at a certain point. I stopped counting when the one aide said, we knew he liked young girls. We used to go to the mall and get the girls. I said, oh, hell no. I said, oh, hell no. You went to, wait. Lock him up too. Wait, right? Hi, wait, come on, y'all. Come on. You telling me you posted up with a pedophile. He'd be like, yo, you know how I like him. Go bring me back something. And you'd be like, right away, boss. Right? And you outside talk about, get your junior prime dresses, get your free, what? Courtesy of Mr. What? No. You get locked up. Who? You go to jail. You're going to jail now, right? You need to go to jail too. Everybody that knew, right? Andrea Kelly lived in the house, y'all. How she get a TV show and not a trial date? Did she? I mean, was it any significant question? Is there an active investigation? If I lived in a house where everybody was, if I lived in the trap house and then tried to convince somebody, no, that was Meech and them. That was Alpo and them. Nah, I was upstairs sleeping every night. Oh yeah, we was Ace Boone cool. We was cool like that. Yeah, we got matching tats for the squad, but every single time they were ever involved in any of that activity, I had my door closed and my headphones on. I like to play Fortnite. I don't, but they be like, if you don't put them cuffs on yourself and stop playing with us, what is the possibility? Rico, thank you. Might just get hit with the Rico, right? You're lying on R. Kelly, people, right? That's crazy. She should be the first one. Because trust me, and plus, you know your man and you know your woman. You know when he been with somebody, when he out of state. He come back from the club. You trying to smell on him and everything. You telling me this man downstairs? What did Bernie Mac say? Him downstairs. getting some milk and cookies for the youngster. No. Come on now. Why they give her a show? That show should have been different. What was that show Little Kim had when she was about to go to jail? Remember Little Kim had that show when she was about to go to jail? She did the series. What they call Little Kim series when she's about to go to jail? You know, like that's what she needs. The whole thing is a scam. Shouts out to J Rock. It's feeling like that. You ever had somebody come up to you and ask you for money, and you just get that vibe like, you don't need money, you just need to get high. You don't say that to them all the time, you know, but you get this vibe like, this ain't sincere. And they might even have tears going, all that, but something in your spirit's like, yo, discernment. Like when I see Wade Robinson and Andrea Kelly need to be in a reality show. They need to compete to fool people. Who can trick people the best? It'll be like The Apprentice. Matter of fact, bring Donald Trump back because he fooled people the best. He the master deceiver, as the Honorable Elijah Muhammad says. Anyway, here's what you're going to do. You're going to go meet a black person, and by the end of today, I want you to get enough evidence to get them locked up. You get cameras, you get microphones, you get phone posits. No, Andrea Kelly, they should be questioning you. The girl said they was in every floor of the house. She told me, well, I was upstairs. This is my favorite one. I was locked in the room. I couldn't come out. Did you hear how the young girl, I was going to say young John in Philly. We say young John. Did you hear how the young girl checked Gail when Gail asked about her intimate affairs with R. Kelly? Not Jocelyn, the other. Did you hear how she checked her? As a woman, you telling me this girl brainwashed to the point she won't walk outside an open door? Yeah, phone posits, you caught that? She won't walk outside an open door? Talking about I was texting her to see if she was going to the bathroom. We tried to meet in the bathroom. No. If you got a cell phone, you dial 911 and you walk out the front door. You looking at it like Large Professor. I'm looking at the front door. I'm looking at the front door. Right? Oh, no. You telling me these young girls was playing phone tag and couldn't open up a door that wasn't locked. Even when he wasn't in the house, they were still there. That's some heavy brainwashing. And then she a grown woman. She the main one. She the wife. She said, I had to ask to eat. Is she striking you? Oh, man. See, this is what I don't want to do. I don't want to ask the hard questions because I know how people look at people who ask hard questions. They crucify not the messenger. They crucify the questioner. We went from an age where we went from crucifying a messenger, now we crucify the questioner. Anybody that says, hold up, wait a minute, let me put some facts in it. Why, when we got Grubhub and Uber Eats, is Jussie Smollett out in Chicago on the coldest night of the year? From Jared to Jussie, Subway can't get a break. And when have you ever heard somebody at 2 a.m. say, hey, my G, you know what I'm thinking. And somebody looks back and says, of course I do, dog. Subway all day. Never. Not anybody black. What? You better go some Kennedy Crown Lincoln Fried Chicken. You better talk now. Come on, man. You get some vanilla Dutchess. They go up order some Kit Kats and Reese's Pieces and some gummy bears before I order some Subway, man. Ain't nobody out there with no munchies or nothing talking about, you know what really hits the spot at 2 a.m. when it's 20 below. I need me that whole grain with the ham. So what you talking about, man? But nobody wanted to ask questions. Jussie said, the boss said, ain't you that N-word, F-word from Empire? Don't nobody watch Empire like that. If they watch it, they don't hate you that much to be throwing bleach on you. And if they don't watch it, they don't know you on it. And they're not going to expect at 2 a.m. They probably say you look like the boy from Empire. They would have said you look like the boy from Empire. Because I know he ain't here at 2 a.m. They would not have said, that's the boy. Is you the boy from Empire? Who asked somebody that when they going to do something wrong to him? Yeah, you know he's not from the hood. Because if you're from the block, you know what? You know how you find out somebody don't like you? And you be like, oh, shoot, right? And you better fire. You better, bang. Look, you can't move kind of fast, right? Ain't nobody talking, aren't you Aaron Smith that makes the videos for Boyce Watkins? No, bro. Come on, man. Stop playing. But could nobody ask the questions that was sitting right in front of our face? Like, why is your name still Kelly? How the hell you going to sit up there and ask somebody to eat if you don't climb out a window? I got a test for y'all. What was the chubby Latino boy name that had the ladies chained to the radiator? I'll look it up, but I figure one of y'all might know. What's the boy name? I'll look it up. Just put chain to radiator. Put women chained to radiator in basement. Remember that House of Horrors where they found the 2 or 3 women that had been missing for years? And oh, come on, no, none of y'all got the name. Oh, look, y'all slipping. I'm gonna find it before y'all. I'm gonna beat y'all. I'm doing it live. Don't let me beat y'all. Don't let me type in radiator before y'all and get this name up here. Who got it? No, nobody got it. Nobody don't got it. Nobody. I'm gonna get it first. But the point I'm making is that's when you can't get free. I'm typing chain to radiator. That's when you can't get free. When you chain to a radiator and he bringing home McDonald's and he done got 2 people pregnant and can't nobody even go outside for a walk like the average dog is able to. That's chain to radiator. Let me see if y'all got the name up. I'm going to look back up. FlyNubianQueens.com, FlyNubianKingTV.com. Make sure you listen live. Dang, I don't remember. I don't remember either. I'm going to get it though. Chained up and alone in the dark, 5 years hostages. That's Terry Waite. That's a different one. Oh, change the radiator, change the radiator. I can't find it, y'all. I should put Latino. They chain a lot of people to radiators, though. From Cleveland, is that where he's from? Cleveland? I'll type in Cleveland. We're going to find it together. If you get your shopping popping, shopfnq.com. Make sure you log on. I'll put basement. Women missing. I should have women missing. Women missing. Women missing. Y'all know the little chubby boy look like he be fixing people's toilets. Cleveland House of Horrors. Who said Cleveland? Who said it? Who had at least a place? David, you got the place. You was the closest one. And it was neighbors. Remember the girl, Amanda Berry. She was one of the main ones. Ariel Castro. I know y'all like, oh, I knew that. He did do that. They went through that. Who knew that? Cleveland House of Horrors, sex slave Amanda Berry tells of her decade-long ordeal chained to the radiator or lying beside the queen-size bed. This is when you say you can't get free. This one, you tell me this, I say, oh, I feel for you. He should be under the jail. Yeah, from Cleveland, House of Horrors, Ariel Castro, Ariel Castro. I started at Burger King a year ago. She turned 16, right? I see a van blocking the sidewalk ahead. This is a good cautionary tale for people just being out and about. This is how this stuff really happens. So don't let yourself not trust your gut. We're gonna take a break for a pause for the cause. We're gonna take a pause for the cause. He killed himself for real? I gotta look that up. But seriously, Ariel Castro, take a pause for the cause. Every time you get in these situations, just like I said, when people lying to you, something in your gut be speaking so loud to you. And it'd be like, walk away, run away, get away. And people say, oh, I don't want to feel like I'm doing too much, right? She said, I see a van blocking the sidewalk ahead because I'm still on the phone with my sister Beth. I'm not paying attention, but I noticed a girl in the passenger seat. I'm sure she used to work at Burger King. It says, hey, you need a ride home? I could definitely remember seeing him before. Still talking to both. I nod yes. Crazy, jumping into somebody's crazy van. When he reaches over and opens the front passenger door, I notice she isn't in the car anymore. Where's your daughter? I asked. I am alone in the car with a guy I don't really know. And the rest was history. She was chained to the radiator for over a decade. Now, Andrea Kelly's story is a little different. Andrea Kelly was home in the house with no chains while R. Kelly was on tour. But when he got back, she would wait to eat. I guess when he left, she ate as she pleased and just didn't use the phone to call any police or walk out the house and call an Uber or just call a cab at the time. Probably no Ubers, and never come back. Like, I don't want to sound like the traditional why did you stay? Because abusive relationships, people do say that, and people don't understand the depths of the toxic relationship and the nature of abuse and how it affects people mentally. I'm not saying any of that. I totally respect it and understand and feel that position. But again, when she was talking, man, y'all tell me. Yeah, thank you, Creative Queen. This one just don't, you know what I'm saying? It's not saying anything about the countless women every day who are in relationships where the worst thing you should ever ask them is, why did you stay? But we got to delineate between people who are really abused and people who are just abusing their status and the opportunity to get a bag. There's a difference. There's men out there chaining people to radiators. They chasing Morgan Freeman because they said Morgan Freeman had made an off-color joke and touched the small of that white girl back. And she's the one that did the story and tried to recruit the other people to say bad things about him. And it was that black sister that they said he was flirting with in all the interviews that said it was harmless flirting and he ain't never tried nothing out of pocket with me. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember Morgan Freeman? Morgan Freeman got saved by that sister. That's why when you heard me on the other video saluting the sisters, that's our last, first, and only line of defense outside of ourselves, brother. You better get it right. I don't care what you. Now, some of y'all like, well, I'm in law enforcement. They got the blue line. Shoot one of them little white girls and see how that blue line don't string around your neck so fast. That same blue line will wrap around your neck like rosewood. All you'll hear is your badge falling to the ground and your pension disappearing into thin air. Like Will Smith or Aladdin, you know, this shoot. You black women, brothers, if you ain't, I don't care if one dragging you in family court. I don't care if one tries to say, I'm saying as a unit, as a nation, as a group, let it be known. They can say, if 3 girls say something about me tomorrow, it's going to be black women. They got my back. That's going to be it. I know it. I mean, the brothers already know what the deal is, but you know, we don't. So I'm not. I think the worst thing you could do to real victims is to allow pseudo victims in your midst and in your mix. That's my position. That's my definitive position. The worst thing you should do is allow somebody frauding out here, false flagging. And until the day where false reporting and false accusations carry the same sentence as the real accusation would have for the person falsely accused, we're going to have these problems. You telling me you going to sit up there and accuse like that lady I said, Yavinko, the white sister from college who accused them black football players of raping her. You know, she was in the bathroom tossing it up, partying with these dudes because some other white dude was a potential boyfriend. He wasn't even checking for her like that. But she just wanted him to be. The parents brought the girls. Yes, the parents. Ooh, that's a whole nother. Oh my gosh, them parents. R. Kelly did say that too. He's like, I ain't go find Jocelyn. He said her father came to my friend and said, can you put my daughter on stage? After the tape had been out. And this is a long sordid history. A lot of y'all have seen the documentary Open Secret. What you might not have seen, let me get these names up for y'all. I'm gonna give y'all some names. I gotta give y'all some stuff to look up. I can't just talk, you know. I'm a professor, y'all. So I gotta make it do what it do, baby. FlyNubianQueen.com, FlyNubianKingsTV.com. Make sure you listen live and log on. Text Queen 31996. Stay in the mix. Like, subscribe. I could never get that. Share, subscribe, square. Okay, you get it. Subscribe and share, and make sure that you want to get your shopping popping. ShopFNQ.com. Listen, y'all. Real briefly, I'm going to give you the real, then we go back to how you feel. Marty Weiss. Martyweiss. MARTYWEISS. Brian Peck. BRIANPECK. You can just put in children. You can type in that name in children, these names I'm giving you. And some of these people are affiliated with people like Amanda Bynes. Some people work for places like Nickelodeon, and there's documentaries on that too, on the grooming of these people. Jason Michael Handy and Jason James Murphy. These are some of the people that you just never hear their names, but some of them have literally been convicted of things and still are working, casting movies and casting TV shows and working with children. I'll get the names again. Marty Weiss, Brian Peck, Jason Michael Handy, Jason James Murphy. Type in them names and children and find out what comes up. And you're going to say, hold up. They ain't got nothing like this on R. Kelly. I'm showing you people that's, man, listen. Crucify the parents now. Let's get to these parents. This idea of late bloomers who never got to make it. This idea of parents who love themselves more than they love their children. And we saw that with this college gate scandal. One of the men said it perfectly. He said, these parents ain't doing this for these children. These parents are doing this so they can walk around Hercules, and say, my daughter got into Yale. My daughter got into Harvard. My daughter didn't deserve it. My daughter's still going farther. Why? Because I'm a lying hag. Why? Because I dropped a bag. Okay, let me stop. No, but... why would you put your child in an environment that they're not capable academically to perform well in? Why would you send a message to your children that is all about, who wins and not about how you play the game of the person you are? In the ancient African tradition, we focused on the development of culture and moral character as much as the acquisition of information and facts and knowledge. I'm talking about the ancient Egyptian mystery system now. where it took 40 years to become a master, not 3 years to get a master's degree. They would never have you ascending information and not ascending moral character. That's like teaching somebody Denmark, that touch of death that, you know, talk about like with the Star Trek. I ain't going to teach you to touch the death touch if you just going to be on the corner getting drunk tomorrow and get mad at somebody and pop off because you react instead of responding and you're not a man to put away your childish things. You got to be groomed in a way that, I shouldn't use that word, talk about R. Kelly. You got to be conditioned and disciplined to a certain degree, literally, right? Shouts out, degree, where you can handle the information that's being given to you. That's why they said they had kept the outsiders outside of the knowledge for so long. The people they viewed as barbarians and invaders, they were kept away from certain degrees of knowledge. Don't let me go to the supreme lessons of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and talk about the sword on top of the shrine. Let's not even do that. Let's not even do that, because that'll take us somewhere else. I'm just saying everybody ain't built for the information, and we as a people culturally and historically have understood that everybody don't need to know everything because they can't handle knowing certain things without abusing the abilities and the gifts that come with knowledge and higher consciousness. Hashtag facts. Salute to the Honorable Miss Louis Farrakhan. Salute to the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Salute to my teacher and guide, the great Dr. Molefi Kete Asante, the first person on the planet to start a PhD program in African American studies in the entire world, because that's what we learn to shout out teach. That's where we learn that information here in Philadelphia Temple University, and that's where you get it on FlyNubianQueens.com, FlyNubianKingsTV.com. Make sure you listen live. Make sure you log on. Text Queens to 31996 so you can stay in the mix. Hit like, share, subscribe, keep it all the way live. And if you want to get your shopping popping, shopfnq.com. And if you want to get your business right, flynubianbusiness.com. You want to get your money right, get your bag, then you do that. Flynubianbusiness.com. Woo, my jingle abilities is crazy tonight. They can't play me tonight. They can't phase me tonight. Oh my gosh, maybe Andrea Kelly is just lazy. That's right. And she said, I could just get a bag. I could just lay down and I could just stay down. Stay down or lay down. Like Junior Black Mafia used to say, get down or lay down. She said, lay down or stay down, right? Okay, so the parents who don't like their children, parents who are focused more on themselves and what they wanted to be in life than their children. Yeah, Ariel Castro. And you got a situation where for money, on a lot of levels, even in everyday life, people will look the other way. I think it was Chris Rock. He said money will make a bald spot turn into a park. You know, just to touch on that whole thing of how success will distort perception. Success will distort perception. It looks like somebody being creepy with my child, but ain't that a G5 behind them? I'll sleep down the hall. You'll be all right with Michael. I'm not saying, yeah, I'm saying that don't make no sense. I don't care if Mike is totally innocent. The parent ain't. Woo! Somebody say something bold. Talk back to me. Even if Mike is innocent, the parents are guilty. If it turns out there's some cameras in the room one day or something, some tape comes out, some FBI, they said the FBI was watching them for 10 years. Now with COINTELPRO, the only reason we discovered what happened in COINTELPRO was those older white well, they wasn't older then, but those white anti-war activists that was on Democracy Now! Just a couple of years ago, talking about the break-in to the federal building, the Bureau building. When they found those documents, yes, they discovered COINTELPRO, and these white folks had the ability to just leave it alone because they was looking for anti-war stuff. But luckily, you know, something in them was like, no, this is just inhumane. And it's not fair for people to just be seeking constitutional rights and trying to be the conscience of the nation who's built on a history of genocide and slavery. They trying to do right over here, holding hands and singing, dreaming about singing with your children, and you monitoring them and talking about neutralizing, murdering them and jailing them, right? That's how we found out about COINTELPRO. They wasn't never going to tell us about COINTELPRO. They was going to have us all thinking we were still crazy. They in jail because they deserve it. To this day, political prisoners. To this day, they still raising the bounty on Sister Assata Shakur. So they still playing like it's 1960 something, 70 something. But they telling us to get over it. No. So we got to really think about this now. If 20 years from now, a Freedom of Information Act request, because a lot of people had some currently, the ACLU is trying to sue the FBI currently to get some documents on these black protesters that they're labeling black identity extremists. Because they're saying if you're going to label them black identity extremists, then where's your discovery, Freedom of Information Act, What you basing this on? And the FBI is getting real funny, heavily redacted documents been released and all that, different lecture for a different day. But the point I'm making is, if in 20 years, we see a new list like Nixon's enemy list that had Bill Cosby on it. Nixon's enemy list. You can Google Nixon's enemy list. Talking about the president. Nixon's enemy list. Bill Cosby was on that list back then. So all that, nobody thinking about him, nobody would try. You're wrong. You're factually wrong. The president of the United States had a problem with what Bill Cosby was doing before he was giving tens of millions to black colleges. We could go beyond innocent and guilt. We can talk about facts. You're not going to have your facts wrong and be up in this room. The fact is, the president was on his top. The president was like, what's that up to? Not feeling him. Put him on my list. Back to my story. So these parents need to be in jail. These assistants need to be in jail. The man who got paid, who was working with R. Kelly, who stood there in tears on a stand while watching the R. Kelly tape of what everybody in the world says was his daughter, and stood there as a father and said, I've never seen that woman in my life. That's not my daughter. I would know my daughter. That's not her. Is there jail for people like, is there a parent jail? The young lady, of course, she gonna lie, but the parents lied, y'all. The only reason why that tape ain't do nothing to R. Kelly in that trial was because the parents got up on there and lied under oath. Right? What you want us to do as a community when everybody involved is with it on some Jim Jones stuff? And some people say he's continued to work with R. Kelly after that. And that was Sparkle's niece. So why did Sparkle end up working? Like, that's the last day we worked together. Whatever I hear, whatever I see, last day we together. They said the third Bull for public announcement, that's what happened with him. They said he got wind of the Aaliyah thing or saw something with him and Aaliyah. They said he was out, right? They said he was out. First time somebody shows you who they are, you believe them. Maya Angelou, right? That is crazy. That is crazy. But when you got a system that wants to, as the COINTELPRO documents state, magnify minor and trivial separations and divisions. They said in 8 documents, we're going to find these little differences, little beefs they got, and we're going to blow them up. Most of us ain't even listened to R. Kelly except for a wedding reception in the last 20 years. Trapped in the closet, the first few. Now when he went crazy, made 80 parts, whatever he did. Right? We muted R. Kelly in the 90s. No, 2000s. I know. Now, the crazy part is a lot of these artists were the ones still getting songs from him. Not just Chris Stokes with B2K. Bump, bump, bump. Not just good. I'm saying a lot of people who saw the tape, heard the tape, still worked with R. Kelly. R. Kelly then wrote another 100 songs after that. So all this circumstantial outrage is what gives birth to a caricature like Andrea Kelly. She's looking around like, oh, it's just about striking while the iron's hot, going in and getting your bag, maximizing your moment, getting your Twitter following, your Instagram popping, and keeping it pushing. You know, don't nobody lose any swag, any stripes. You know, nobody looks at you like, how could you? It's over. And you know who's testing that right now? Oprah and Gayle. Oprah and Gayle pushed that theory to its illogical extreme with these recent interviews. They said, oh, it don't matter what you do to black men. You can always come back to the community. Don't matter what you do to black people. You can dog black people, and if you make enough money, your songs are good enough, they'll let you back in. And I think we need to draw a line in the sand right now. That's why I'm asking these questions about where Andrea Kelly stands, y'all. Because we stonewalling for reparations. We're not hearing what Oprah and Gayle is doing. We rejected Cory Booker and Kamala Harris when they didn't want to have a black agenda, while an Asian and everybody else and a Latino person could get up there and talk directly to African people about reparations specifically. While the guru from Oprah's show, what's her name, Williamson, could get on there and even give a number. I mean, it was a pitiful number, but it was a good start. You know, for this month, whatever, 100 billion, that's good. Get it started, right? We drew the line. That's what Khalid Muhammad said. He said, somebody got to toe the line. Man, somebody got to toe the line. And I think as a people, we are reaching a point in our history where we're starting to mature. I think it was Nas said, we're the teenagers of this world, right? Give us some time to grow. We just got on our feet. We just learned, your language when you took ours. We just started getting our spiritual systems back from, like, what I'm saying? We just starting to walk right and talk right. You know what I'm saying? And we looking around like, hey, if they can do it, we can. Why are we standing for stuff nobody else stood for? He said, did the Jews wait for reparations, or did they go around the world planning, plotting, and giving declarations? It wasn't the Balfour request. Herzl wasn't asking everybody. They was plotting. What did Pac say? Plan, plot, strategize. First, right? Like they was declaring. Freddie Douglass said, "Power concedes nothing without demand." We're not asking nobody for reparations in 2019. We getting our reparations. It's just a matter of how and when. But we getting our reparations. So when you stand on it like that, and you stand what you do, and you let them know this is how it's going to go down. Like in the match, we can handle this like some gentlemen. We can handle it. Yo, we going to get reparations. We can handle this like some citizens, or we can get some Queen and Zinga Shaka Zulus. It's on y'all. It could be Nanny from the Maroons. It could be Bookman Duddy, Jean-Jacques Dessalines, Toussaint Louverture. You can feel their spirit again if you want to. And you'll think Nat Turner was running through the streets of Chicago, Philadelphia, New York, and LA. How you want it? Ain't that what Pac asked him? How do you want it? That's how you stand what you do. You let them know. Don't start filibustering, or you're going to be filled up and busted that quick. You thought we did something in 68 when King got taken out? You thought it was a problem then? You play around with these reparations. Talk like they talk to us. You ever see one cop come on the block and tell 30 people to move? If somebody don't move right now, talk right back the way people talk to us. Talk with the same authority. Who gave them jurisdiction? Shout out to my Moors out there. Who gave them jurisdiction? What contract did you sign? And is it higher than your contract with the Most High? That's the real question. Who you really working for? Who you really listening to? Who you really obeying? Who you really fearing? You can't fear God and the devil at the same time. And that's the way we got to stand. We standing now on it like that. So Kamala comes talking about she listened to Cardi B and wear Converse. Well, you sound like a nut. Stop. Go to the club with all that. Get out of my face. Last I heard you was locking up black people for the past 25 years, and your father said that he disowns you and that you was a travesty. They said we categorically disassociate ourselves from this travesty. Your father called you a travesty. Black people say, oh, line in the sand, drawn even deeper. Charlemagne, the guy that asked Cory Booker what his black agenda is. This little fool looking like a filled up condom with what? I don't know. It's gonna be like, really? That's what the spirit of Harriet Tubman told you to say. That's what the spirit of Medgar Evers and the chairman Fred Hampton put on your soul, my brother Booker. Or was you too busy talking about put yourself in a white person's shoes, like you said on stage that night? When it comes to racism, we gotta put ourselves in white people's shoes. No, you put yourself in white people's skin and in white people's soul, and now you want to have everybody else try. No. Man, that movie Soul Man, where the white boy put them. Woo! Respect the ancestors. I tell them, Vanita, I call it my ancestral mandate. Every day I wake up, I see AM on my clock. Ancestral mandate. Every day you wake up, ancestral mandate. Every night at PM, it should be please them more. Every morning, you obey your ancestral mandate, and every night before you go to bed, you concentrate and focus and meditate on please them more. Please them more. Yeah, you did say that. Google that. Google Cory Booker, white people's shoes, racism. You'll see him on stage talking about put yourself in white people's shoes. Man, I ain't want to be hitting people. No, I flinched though. I ain't gonna lie. I flinched at the screen when I heard it. I said, what you gonna talk about? That was the ancestors, the ones that broke chains, with no tools, just because freedom was calling them, that sincerely. So you gotta say who you can't serve God and mammon. You see who these people are serving. So black people are starting to draw lines in the sand. We drew a line in the sand on the old dying media, the dinosaur corpse, what's the word? Carcass media. That's what I'm gonna call them. Corpse Caucus Network, CNN, Caucasian Corpse Network, bunch of white dead-looking people lying all the time. Anderson Cooper looking like a damn ghost with his hair all white, looking like he's jumping out in a haunted house. Wolf Blitzer looking like Wolfman Jack, looking like Gizmo grandfather from the Gremlins. All these dead-looking people with dead ideas, mainstream lies, and then we got something like FlyNubianQueen.com. FlyNubianQueens.com, we the real media. We listen to y'all and talk back to y'all, and like the Queen says, talk black to y'all. Talk about getting our money right, like Brother Boyce Watkins and Master Teacher Claudia Anderson always talk about. We're not waiting. We didn't sit around and say we need to get a lot of sponsors and do a really good rollout. We need to do a survey, get a focus group. All that traditional stuff is dead. This is the internet. It's the wild, wild west out here. And that's why people like Andrea Kelly could look left and look right and be like, yo, I think I can cross the street and get me a bag before anybody even realizes that I was part of the conspiracy. Oh, yeah, I'll bring it full circle. She looking at all this going on. She said, this is my chance. They out here times upping and Me Too and making black people the face of all these different sizes. 90-something% of these pedophiles been white men. Somehow, some way, they did a 3-card Monte trick on us. And now the top 3 people we think of when we think of Me Too might just be 3 black people. I know Mike was like, thinking of being my brother, it don't matter. You're black or white. I know that Mike was, he had the reverse vitiligo, right? Okay, so 2 blacks and a possible. He playing spades. 2 blacks and a possible. Shouts out to Mike, no, the king. But seriously, they pulled a fast one on us with that. All these people I was naming, I could have named a list of 50 people. And I ain't even got named. Nobody got locked up. I ain't talking about Sandusky. I'm talking about like Kevin Spacey. What's the boy from 7 Heaven that said, I molested the kids. They kept the show on and didn't lock him up. Somebody get his name. 7th Heaven Molester. I'll type it in too. FlyNubianQueen.com. Make sure you log on, listen live. Somebody knew his name? No, I'm gonna get it. But see, y'all better, next time y'all log on, y'all better be ready to get that speed round going. I'm keep the camera moving. I'm kind of fast. FlyNubianKingsTV.com. Listen live anytime. You should log on. Text Queens to 31996 to stay in the mix. Molestation. And if you want to get your shopping popping, make sure that you log on to shopfnq.com. The 7th Heaven Dad, Stephen Collins, S-T-E-P-H-E-N, Stephen Collins, confesses on tape to child molestation. NYPD confesses to his strange wife that he was a child molester. Stephen Collins. The show was called 7th Heaven. He talked about abusing his own. He told me, I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm not gonna get no details. I don't say nothing wrong. But I just read what I read, and what I read from TMZ, People Magazine, and CNN all got it. 7th Heaven actor Stephen Collins. I did something terribly wrong. Is how it begins, right? He not in jail. Yeah, I saw the video about the 7th Heaven dude. Yeah, right. Stephen Collins, right? Yeah, that's Stephen Collins. Amber, thank you. Yeah, he not in jail. That's why I say keep that same energy, or else if they don't, you know what you're dealing with. If I only care about certain rapes, then you know it's not rape that's fueling me. If I only care about certain sexual assaults, then I'm not really concerned about sexual assault. I'm just actually the most egregious, nefarious individual because I'm utilizing something as inflammatory and provocative and traumatic as sexual assault to address my own agenda. That's the worst of the worst. Where you're going to feign being a victim, or you're going to use the wave of victimization to get on TV, to get a reality show. Ew. Don't that make you feel dirty? I feel like showering just thinking about people like that. You're the type of person that's going to use this moment and be like, everybody's crying. A lot of truth is coming out. Now's my chance to just make some up. What? Are you serious? That's why I needed to know. I said, Andrea Kelly, gold digger, or golden opportunity, Elvis and Priscilla. Did you see the video of Priscilla Presley with Barbara Walters on YouTube? Talking about she used to come home from high school and get in bed with him. He hadn't even woken up yet. Then they stay up all night, so he got her on pills. She was on pills just to make it up to get to high school. Then talk about he threw chairs at her, gave her a black eye. He used to take a real gun out and shoot the television set when he didn't like who was on TV. And after all this, she the main one leading the tour for Graceland. Talking about people from all over the world. I said, I bet they do. She wasn't messing up that bag. She wasn't messing up that bag, even though she was 14 when he was 20 plus. Jerry Lee Lewis married his dang cousin, right? So what are we talking about? If they cared about sexual assault, they might not be a Catholic church. They try to destroy the Nation of Islam because the allegations against the Honorable Elijah Muhammad for a few women with consensual activities, because they didn't agree with the fact that they were young or that it didn't go in line with what they thought about him theologically. And the FBI tried their best to use Malcolm and Martin in a way that not only would destroy those two men, but would destroy those that were groomed to come after them, like Louis X and others, that would destroy and put at odds a nation, to cripple and crumble that nation. When they talked about Elijah Muhammad's son being elevated and then Malcolm, like they tried every time to destroy the nation. Don Lucas said, hello. To destroy the nation. Just from that one story. Could you imagine if the Nation of Islam or any such organization ever had the amount, not only of allegations, of instances of violation, it'd be over. If the Catholic Church was a black institution, it would have been over by the second allegation. They would say, I heard y'all relocating people. We're going to relocate all of y'all. We just opened a new prison. All y'all so-called priests, get up in here. Shouts out to my new Wapians. Y'all know exactly what it is. They'll just say something and stop everything. And you'll be like, oh, where's the evidence? Where's the proof? Where's the forensics? Where's the physical? We don't need that. We saying he did something. We got, what's the guy's name? Montel to get on the show and agree with us. We got that black face, right? If y'all don't remember, Montel Williams was used, and his platform, his popular platform was used for the people from Putnam, Georgia to assassinate the character of Dr. Malachi York. They always use a black conduit. They know it's just like when you in science class and they say you can't let the electricity go through the paper because the electricity is not a conductor. If you want to go from melanin to melanin, the best way is to just go melanin to melanin. Other things are like semiconductors. They're light conductors, but they don't conduct the same level of energy. The current's not the same. So they know. J. Edgar Hoover, when he hired them first agents and first black agents to the FBI, he knew that we can't infiltrate on the same level looking like us. We can't walk down there like Eugene Roberts to the Autobahn and hang around and get involved. We can't be like William O'Neill, who set up Fred Hampton, Sheriff Fred. We can't. We need that black conductor. So they use Montel, or they use the agent provocateur, or they use Oprah and Gail. It's the same story because they know we believe them. We trust them. R. Kelly might not have talked to another white person after that Huffington Post interview where they tried to lambaste him and ambush him. That's the shame of it all. He probably trusted because he heard Gail not going to do me like that. Gail going to be a little more fair. Oh, no, brother. You got to study the history of the bedwench. You got to study meritorious manumission. You got to study how some people that look like you might not look like you. Some people that look like you might not look like you. Salute to everybody whose third eye is wide open and understand the vibes and the frequencies without needing a middleman or a conducting element, right? All they need is their own tuner, right? Like when the church mother used to sway. Anybody remember that in the church? The church mother starts swaying and humming when the choir starts singing, like a tuning fork, picking up vibrations where they can see where on your body you got dis-ease, right? The church mother just starts swaying because the vibration. She don't even got to look anymore. Matter of fact, she sees better when she closes her eyes. And she just start going, and then somebody says, Lord, right? How you feel something that she said? Man, don't let me get deep into this science. Some of y'all already know all of this. Y'all deal with the crystals and the vibrations. Y'all deal with the ancestors, and y'all better talk, right? Cory Booker, we done with him, right? Kamala Harris, we done with him. If Bernie Sanders, with all the support he got for his machine, don't get his mind right and have somebody in his ear and let him know that these black people are not playing on this reparations question, and we can play the same way the AIPAC plays when it comes to support for the nation state of Israel. When it comes to Israel's rights to exist, it's a non-negotiable, non-starter deal breaker if you don't answer correctly, and we can play the same way. So somebody better talk to Brother Bernie, because we want somebody that could beat Trump. We got somebody that could beat Trump, but he got to get his mouth and his mind right now. You old Bernie, you're not gonna be around to see it anyway. Bernie, stop playing. We want the same people. We want the same thing your people got. Didn't your people get land in special consideration? Aren't your people benefiting from this to this day for things that happen to people they've never met in a country that they may never have been to? So we've been here. We met our oppressors' children. We still live under that tyranny. The average black family makes, according to Elizabeth Warren in her town hall recently, $5 for every $100 a white family has. You telling me that's not connected to that legacy? We got to do some things now. He got the mitigated gall to sit up in Sonny's face on The View, and she said reparations. He said, what do you mean by that? What specifically do you mean by that? And she answered incorrectly and said a check. That was an incorrect answer because actually far more than a check that is desired. We don't just want a check. We want institutions. We want land. We want, like they said when Dr. King was talking at church, he said they gave him land grant colleges. Not only that, they gave him farms. Not only that, they gave him county agents to help them mechanize the farms. Not only that, right? Through an act of Congress, the government was giving away millions of acres of land in the West and the Midwest. That's what Dr. King was saying. He said, that's when we go to Washington, we're going to get our check. So if that's the kind of check you're talking about, it's like check every box. We can get that check, that land check, that institution check for colleges, that training check. Yeah, we want our check. Next time somebody asks you what you want, you play that audio of Dr. King and say, this is going to be a good start. And then you talk to him about Tecumseh Sherman and the 40 acres and a mule. But you better hurry up because Andrea Kelly beating you to it. She getting her bag now. She not waiting for anybody to get elected. She getting her reparations for all the time she was in slavery, survived for all the years she had to survive R. Kelly, and now she's emancipated. And the proclamation is, I'm growing up hip hop, even though he was an R&B singer and I never made a record. And wait a minute, why is she on growing up hip hop? Wasn't she grown by the time she? Is her daughter on the show too? Help me out, y'all. Help me out. Help me out. Why is Andrea Kelly even on a show about growing up when she wasn't a child star? And why is she on a show called Growing Up Hip Hop if she was with an R&B singer? And I know he made Honey Love Her Friend or Homie Love Her Friend, whatever. I said Honey Love. I mix songs up. Honey Love and Homie Love Her Friend. I said Honey Love Her Friend. Oh no, that's what he said to the girl. When he, Honey Love Her Friend. Hey family, why is Joe Biden yet? Yo, Joe 94 crime bill Biden. If y'all don't watch that YouTube video of Joe Biden talking about those people and I'm trying to protect my parents and my wife and your wife from getting hit in the head, and it doesn't matter what society did to these people, we got to cordon them off. And he was talking that old up. You would have thought that was I don't know, Trump's son. Joe Biden wrote the crime bill. Y'all keep putting Clinton's name on that thing. I know he was in charge. That's like, Quentin Miller wrote that thing, not Drake. Put some respect on his bars. Put some respect on Joe Biden's bars. Those are Joe Biden's bars that Hillary was running off of when she was talking about super predators and all that, failing with the health care. And Bill Clinton was playing the saxophone, locking up people for a third time for having a little bit of weed. And even now they got dispensaries and they still sit behind bars because some of the three most despicable politicians that decimated the black community are Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton, and Joe Biden. And some of y'all talking about running him for president and he ain't even on no ballot. He ain't even put in no petition. He ain't even do no town hall. I said, man, please. Please. But then they look at somebody like Omarosa Manigault and make her the evil demon of the world. Y'all next, sisters. I know y'all with us now. Salute to all the sisters in the room because we are in this love together. We got to fight this thing together. So when they just like in enslavement, when they finish picking us off, sisters, y'all know what happened next. They call the spoils of war the booty. In maritime law and engagement in piracy and all that, they call it that's what they call the spoils of war. So once they finish getting rid of all of us, and Bill Cosby ain't around to give tens of millions to Spelman, they're gonna start closing these black colleges like they attacking Bennett and attacking Cheney, not giving them what they need. Once Michael Jackson's not around to secure the catalog that he bought for ATV catalog, and even the owner's wife said he didn't buy that catalog for the Beatles, he bought that catalog for those black musicians that never got their due money and they do publishing. That's why he gave Little Richard his publishing back. Mike was on a mission. Mike had sat by the door like nobody since Huey Freeman had ever done. He said, they thought I was just, a singer. He said, no, I did good business. He said he never thought that this man would outsmart them. Y'all saw the video. He's on stage talking about buying the catalog. He said, I just did good business, right? Mike was giving those black entertainers that had been done dirty their whole lives, some of whom had died penniless, like that man he talked about that wrote for Elvis who died penniless, writing countless hits. He went and got that catalog for his people. The white wife from overseas, who was Australia, wherever she was from, she said he didn't even really was interested in the Beatles catalog as much as he was those American black artists. Y'all don't know nothing about Mike and what Mike was on, but they knew. They knew. Oh, you telling me they tapped Fred Hampton's phone? They tapped Dr. King's phone? They tapped, even Biggie said, tap my cell and the phone in the basement. Donnie Brasco. So you telling me they tapped Biggie Small's phone, and even they admitted that up till the week or the night he got shot, up to an hour when he got killed, he was being followed and he was under federal investigation. So they followed Biggie Smalls, but they ain't followed Michael Jackson? You stupid in your head. If you think that, you stupid in your head. You tell me they bugged Biggie's phone, but not Michael Jackson's phone? Michael Jackson was and probably still is quantifiably, empirically, and lasting legacy-wise the biggest star that ever lived on this planet. They tapped his phone. They heard him making deals. They were afraid of what he was doing. He owned half of music. As far as American music, he owned half the music. He said he left owning half of Sony. We'll see what happens. Andrea Kelly better make sure she don't get too big. That's all. For whatever reason she did it, whatever she's up to, if she get on that level that her husband was on, she might end up in the same type of situations. I would play Gold Digger by EPMD, but it's copyright issues. So I'll just say flynubianqueen.com, flynubiankingtv.com. Make sure you log on. Text Queens to 31996 and stay up in the mix. And make sure that you get your shopping popping, shopfnq.com, because culture is a weapon. When people see you with a certain hairstyle or a certain shirt, they know where your mind at. And you want to attract air likes. Because like that movie They Live with Roddy Piper with the glasses, we're at a point now, like the Matrix with the woman in the red dress. At this point, it's time to take some of these covers off, or at least start to move in a way we can identify one another on the battlefield. They said Napoleon was throwing Masonic signs on. Let me stop right there. Andrea Kelly, Gold Digger or Golden Opportunity, or just somebody that didn't mind R. Kelly's gold. Okay. Good night. Good night.